Please give a warm welcome to Jennifer Kreisberg.
Hi, everybody. Excuse me while I get adjusted. Set list, water. I didn't think anyone was gonna show up. No, not in a bad way. I just wasn't plugged into. I wasn't plugged in. Regretting the Spanx. That's not even a joke. I can't. My lungs can't expand. Okay. But in honor of Halloween and Morticia Adams, I had to wear it. That song's over. That was just a calling in, or like an opening of, I don't know, portals or whatever, to get you to feel something, leave everything at the door and come in and just feel. And maybe thin the veil a little bit between here where we live and whatever is there before we enter our bodies. Whatever's on the other side, whatever that is. This song is to welcome the day. Even though the day is ending and the sun's going down. All right, so I got this new water drum. Custom made by this Nipmuc guy, Andre Gaines. I think he lives in Massachusetts. But this drum, I'm so happy with it. I'm like, yay. I just like the way it sounds. And I asked for a larger size than normal. Just to see what it would sound like And thank you all for bearing with me. I had quit smoking, and I might have had a cigarette or 2 or 3 yesterday, and I'm feeling it now. And gotta stretch and kick. Okay. All right. Good enough. I love it. I love this drum. I'm so happy. So, this is an honor song for Pat Whedon. Beautiful, demure, strong, amazing Wampanoag woman who just made her journey yesterday. Eldris. She was always super kind and good to me. She has good kids, good grandkids. So, you know, it's a part of life. We all gotta go sometime. So it's good to not be morbid about that transition, right? And just be glad for the time we do have here. This is smoked. It smells like smoked. It's like sniffing markers. I mean, I don't do that, but you know what I mean. Okay. Excuse me. Gotta hydrate. Whew. Okay, so I'm doing something new during this show, well, new for me, and that's singing to tracks. I'm not really good at it. It's kind of like karaoke, which I actually find really hard, challenging. I'm used to just kind of writing whatever my voice feels like. But it's just, it's what the kids are doing these days, so I'm gonna do it too. So what I'm singing to is pre-recording of a bunch of different stacked tracks of my own voice. And this song is called the Deer Song, and it was really the first full song I ever wrote. And it was for a project called Aboriginal Women's Voices in the 90s, the 1990s. And as part of that project, which one of my mentors, Sadie Buck, spearheaded, and I got to work with Russell Wallace and a bunch of amazing, amazing women singers from all over the US and Canada. And it was an incredible learning experience, and there weren't too many fights. There were a couple though, and but it was fun. And this today's version of the Deer Song is dedicated to excuse me. To a friend. Who does his own performances, or their own performances, I can't remember pronouns. And he passed away a few hours ago. Young Apache person that we met at the Olympics in 90, whatever those Olympics were. And he just messaged me like a week ago asking if, can I sing your Deer Song? So anyway, this is for John Sneezy. Please bear with me while I blubber through it. Oh my God, I'm so not good at this. Here we go. Hold on. Give me a second. I didn't rewind it from sound check. So unprofessional. There we go. I'm such a mess. Yeah, John was good. We had some very good times through the years. Really talented singer and dancer. Anyway. Ooh. This song is called The Creek Lullaby, and I wrote it for a show that needed a lullaby, and the characters were Creek, like Muskogee, like our poet laureate, who just finished her term, and then I got someone from their community to translate it for me for this show. And it's been so long, I can't remember what the words mean anymore. I gotta ask someone. Excuse me. Okay. Too much. These microphones are good. Ooh. I hear that. How about this? We'll do it with a drum today. How do I do it with a drum? Okay. Gestamen geçidoa, gestamen geçidoa, gestamen geçidoa, gestamen geçidoa, gadon tijares, gadon tijares, gadon tijares, gadon tijares, gestamen geçidoa, gestamen geçidoa, gestamen geçidoa, gestamen geçidoa, gadon tijares, gadon tijares, gadon tijares, gadon tijares. te dou, against the man leg te dou, against the man leg te dou, against the man leg te dou, gadon te jores, gadon te jores, gadon te jores, gadon te jores, against the man. Against the man leg te dou, 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 gadon te jores, gadon te jores, gadon te jores, gadon te jores, against the man. Okay, so, excuse me. So, it's kind of hard to be, I didn't come up as a performer like a performer. I just fell into it by accident, failed out of college, and joined my cousin's group. So there was no like formal, don't do this on stage, and don't do that, and blah, blah. And then just, I don't know any other way to be. And I apologize if that comes off as unprofessional or off-putting, I understand. So this song was written by a dear old friend who since graduated Earth and moved on to whatever's next. And he actually went to a boarding school, and out of that experience, he became an activist, and then he fell into acting, but his real passion was his people and music. And he wrote this great song about his experience, and then another friend of ours who I got to tour with for a few years, she made this kind of pared down version of his song. And this is for every single child that had to go to boarding school anywhere. Not just here on Turtle Island, but anywhere. And this is Relocation Blues by Floyd Westerman. And I don't know how old you all are, but he played Chief Ten Bears in Dances with Wolves. But before he did, and then he was in like some movie with Viggo Mortensen and a horse, and a bunch of Walker, Texas Ranger, and X-Files. And we used to share the bill a lot of times, you, Lully, the group, my old group, and Floyd, and we used to have a lot of fun. He was a good mentor. I gotta say this necklace is too damn tight too. I feel so pinched. Next time I'm coming on stage in a muumuu with like no jewelry. Pajamas. Okay. There we go. There we go. the end of the song. Excuse me, hold on, I'm kerfuffled. My brain just shut off earlier. That is the last verse. I just nailed the beginning too. You put me on your boarding schools, filled me with your white man's rules. Be a fool, hey, 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 oh. Relocation, extermination, You took me from my home, my friend. I think I'll go back there again. Wounded knee, I wanna be free. Excuse me. Gotta lubricate. Sorry. Excuse me. This is a family show. Okay. I'm gonna sing another song with this track. I got to work with a cellist from Canada. They're Cree or Métis, can't remember. You lose track of information the older you get. It's like your brain just, let's go, make space. And I got to do music for this film called Dawnland, which was about the first Truth and Reconciliation committee that happened in the States anyway. And it had to do with just how many of the indigenous children in Maine were unjustly or however you want to describe it, placed into foster care system, where it was kind of really just a tool to erase their indigenous identity. And this is one of the songs that I got placed in it. And then I got to do some other stuff too, so I'm going to try and do this singing 2-track again, which I'm not used to. I don't know what to do with my hands. I'm going to do some of these now. Work with the mic. So sometimes, thank you for hanging in. I know it's a lot of rah. Sometimes when I'm listening to myself back in the studio, it just, it's like when both, you know when you get yelled at by your grandparents or my grandmas, not in a bad way, but just like, I told you to get in the bed. That's what I hear. I hear my grandmothers, both of them from each side, one from each side. Get in the bed. So sometimes I can't take it totally seriously. You know what I mean? You know, people are like, I am my ancestors. It's like, yeah, you are. We all are. Sorry. I'm not really sorry. Excuse me. Oh yeah, the cellist's name is Crystal Dirksen. Super talented. Excuse me, all the crud is coming off. So really quickly, my name's Jennifer Elizabeth Kreisberg. I just turned 50 last week, and I got the gray hair to prove it, growing out. And I played Millennium Stage when it first started, like a really long time ago, like a couple decades ago maybe. And it was very different then. Let's see. Oh, I'm Tuscarora. My mother's family is from our ancestral homelands, well, for a couple thousand years anyway, in what is now known as North Carolina. And I grew up in Connecticut. And some of the best years of my career were spent singing with my cousin Putufe and our singing partner Sunny in a group called Lullaby. And we got really lucky and got to travel the world and all over Indian country and meet and work with a lot of cool people. And it was a lot of fun. And I will always cherish that time. And every once in a while we get together and do some little ditties together. And so that always feels good. Thank you for bearing with me. Trying not to cry. I think what's helping is when you, just so for you all too, because we all have to do that sometimes, right? Grief. Is when you just kind of empty your mind. When you empty your mind. That seems to help. I had a whole set list written out, but I've gone off the rails. So now I'm like, what do I do now? Oh yeah. Okay. This is called the Lone Woman's Song. And hi, y'all. And it was for I don't know, they're just looking. I know they can't hear anything. It's so odd. It was for this show, long time ago, a play. I think they're making it into a film now. But and remember the story, the Island of the Blue Dolphins? Anyway, that woman actually existed and actually spent years alone on this island after her people were taken off, I think by the Spanish, way back when, off the coast of California. So they came back like 16 or something years later and got her, and she had this song, and she sang it for some other people from a different tribe, and they remembered it. And so this song comes from a wax cylinder recording of their version of her song, and long time ago. And all those people over there, Tongva and all those people, were kind of moved out of the way and pushed aside to make Hollywood so we could have all our entertaining movies and our plastic people that we all know and that we all love so much. Me too. I'm a fan of some of those people. Anyway, this is her song, the Lone Woman song. And I guess all I would say to take from this song, besides whatever she must have felt all those years on that island, just living alone with all her dogs, which actually sounds pretty good to me right now, is to just, whatever your community is, whoever your people are, they don't have to be blood relatives, just really cherish them and take good care of them and yourself, and don't take anyone for granted.
Toki toki ya wina ya woni sana. 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 Toki toki ya wina ya woni sana.
There's a whole bunch of songs I didn't do. I guess I talked too much. But, you know, this will be my last song. And it's another honor song. It's for everyone who sat through the, I'm just kidding. It's for everybody. Bye, little one. Oh, what a cutie. She waved at me. It's just for everybody who's in grief. And, for everyone who lost someone in the last few years. And for another friend who transitioned the day before my birthday. But it was okay because he had a good long life. He had a good long life. So this song has these long held notes. And those are really for Those are for, depending on your spiritual beliefs. I know it's very personal, but those held notes are really for like ancestors, kind of like thinning the veil between us and them, and it's like almost like a doorway, a portal, or a little roadway for them to be present on. And not just ancestors, but any loved ones, pets included. Because who loves you more than them? Last thing, please drink enough water. I'm dehydrated. Sheesh. For Ali El Isa. And for Mackie. Too high. There we go. When yesterday. It's 7 o'clock. I gotta go. Thank you for everything. Thank you for coming. You can find me on social media. But be careful. My social media is not for kids. It's a lot of jokes. Be nice to each other. Don't gossip, or gossip less, because we all know gossip's fun. Gossip less. Be patient. Love your pets. Love each other. Because you never know. We all have a finite amount of time here. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us at Millennium